Hi, I'm Kelly Thornton and I'm a tutor with Spires. I've tutored law students for just over 7 years with Spires, and I am a first class LLB graduate from the Queen Mary University of London. In this video, I'm going to explain to you how to revise for closed book law exams. This video is going to centre around 3 key tips. Firstly, time management. In my experience, most students spend far too much time during the year trying to learn all the content, which of course is important for a law degree. However, what you need to do is make sure you're managing your time, doing your reading every week, preparing for your seminars and workshops at university, attending all of your lectures so that you're building your knowledge base throughout the term time. That will result in your holidays being able to consolidate your notes and actually start practicing for exams. Use your formatives to practice your exam technique, submit essays and problem questions that are at an exam standard so that your formative marking is used as a way of gauging where you're actually performing before you're giving in summative work or sitting final exams. That time management will be absolutely crucial for getting a 2-1 or a first class undergraduate degree and undergraduate module marks throughout your LLB, and could also be relevant for GDL students and even some LLM programs. In terms of time management, you need to be very strict with yourself and work out for each module each week how much time do you need to read your textbook, how many cases have you got to read, make sure you're reading the full judgments for all of your cases, how many journal articles have you got to read, and have you got them all downloaded somewhere ready to go, ready to be annotated. Then make sure you allocate time for actually completing your seminar or workshop questions and tasks so that as you go throughout the term, you're learning the content and consolidating as you go. If you get this right, by the time you get to your Christmas and then Easter holidays, you can use that time to do your formatives, practice your exam technique, and consolidate any particularly tricky subjects that you're struggling with. The second key tip is make sure you're focusing on your case law reading. It is a tale as old as time with law students saying make sure you read the judgments. I understand that they are long, they are complicated, and it takes an awful amount of time investment. But the earlier you accept the reality of having to learn judgments and find the ratio of cases, the easier it gets. It's like training a muscle. The more you practice, the more efficient you get. When you're reading case law, don't focus on the story of the case and the factual background. Focus on understanding what happened in the case and how it led to the judges making their decision. The ratio of the case is the key legal reasoning that sets a binding precedent for future judgments. In an exam, that's what you're using to either advise a client in a problem question about the likely outcome of their legal situation, or to support your view in an essay about why a law should change or why it's not fit for purpose. So the important thing for case law reading is understanding how the judge made the decision, whether the judge was on a panel of judges, for example, on the Supreme Court. Was it a majority decision or was it a split decision? Are there dissenting judges, etc.? The focus should be on understanding how the majority made their decision and what legal reasoning was applied. If you get that right, you can then efficiently apply that case law either in problem questions using the Iraq method or in essays when you're supporting your view on how the law should be changed or analysing a current legal situation for the purposes of a critically analytical essay. My third key tip is make sure you're focusing on essay structures and practicing both essays and problem questions. In an ideal world, find the time to really practice full past exam papers and write all of your essays and problem questions out in full. But when you're in that revision process, it is fine to just do the planning. So if you've got 2 hours one afternoon to revise, rather than completing one exam paper and writing it out in full, focus on trying to complete 5 or 6 different questions where you're spending 10 or 15 minutes to just come up with a bullet point plan answer. For your problem questions, that should be in the Iraq format, and in your essay questions, that should have an introduction that clearly answers the essay question, and then clearly reasoned paragraphs using the PEAL method. Remember, PEAL stands for Point, Evidence, Explanation, Link, and then conclusion that will summarise what your answer is to the question. If you can use your time efficiently in that revision period to practice as many different essays and problem questions as possible, that will make you feel more confident when it comes to sitting in that exam room where you've got no notes and usually you're only allowed a statute book. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and leave a comment below. Spires is the easiest, quickest way to find a pre-vetted tutor online for all your tuition needs, and to learn smarter, please use Spires. Thank you for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.